said, so get your head out your ass. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you hear the I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. She said, do you like waffles? I said, hell yeah. Been watching Equals 3 until 2 a.m. I ain't got no iPhone, but I got a DS with a keychain, a pinky. Her cupcakes are the best. I've been failing my classes cause I don't give a damn. They say the world is my oyster, but the free market's a scam. Everything's been changing since last generation was born, and they won't try to take and change. Use a two-edged sword.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Sorry, I'm a little out of sorts right now.
Dark dragon
Use that
blade.
position. Come on. There we go.
Legendary sword.
Wing is already messing up. Gotta love that. I really need to figure out what the deal is with this model. I might need to tune it, but I want to do something. Path of the Ninja does continue indeed, Nerd Dragon. It's good to see you. I actually have some stuff to talk about tonight. I'm excited. So first up, the Mummy review is coming out. I know I meant to get it out this past weekend, and it's not going to get another multi-week delay. I'm going to finish it this week. I have a plan, an action plan to try and get it done this weekend. It's just Mother's Day was Sunday, and I spent the morning talking to my mom and hanging out with her and, you know, making her breakfast and stuff, so I didn't have as much time to work on the Mummy review. I am working on the thumbnail for it, though. Mostly because the review is going to be kind of short, and the main thing is, why is this a Mummy review? That's a Mummy movie. That's, like, the main thing is, like, why the hell was this called The Mummy? So I'm going to basically have myself, like, dressed up, you know, traditional, like, old-style Mummy. You know, like my dragon's like dressed up in all like the old rotty bandages. Something with the colliders or other nonsense with the wing structure. I think it might have to do with how I bent the wings when I exported it in the end. Because it originally had the wings sticking out like very straight and I kind of curved them. And I think that's causing some of the colliders to just like twist in on each other in weird, unexpected ways. Or maybe I like twisted one of the joints I wasn't supposed to twist or something like that. Like there are a lot of joints in the wing and maybe not all of them are meant to be twisted in all the same ways. Oh, shit. Oh, right, I came here immediately. Asshole. But yeah, so there, and just collide. Oh, let's collide what's being done. It's not that simple. It's like, it's not an easy, oh, just do this and re-export it. So, the way this model in particular works is it was a base. Remember, I was like a base model. So, this model is essentially a VR chat model that I have to export into, you know, the regular VRM output, which requires me going in via Blender and then exporting it properly as a VR chat into Unity, doing a bunch of stuff there, and then exporting it back into the other. And, like, I've thought about fixing it a few times. It's just, if I'm going to work on my VR model, I'd rather just work on the regular VR model, which is something I'm also doing a lot more of anyway. The thing is, I keep being distracted making hats and shit for this guy. Because, you know, I like you know, playing around the settings for the VR viewer here, or making a cool hat for him or something like that. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm working on views. I am going to get the new model done. It's just going to take time. Fortunately, I just made this thing. It's a little bit buggy, but, like, if it gets used for a full year, that's not that bad, right? I do want to get my monies out of it, because I did pay for the base. I paid, like, $30 for the base, so getting a year out would be nice. I just kind of started using it beginning of last year, so hopefully I will have some time this year to really sit down, finish up with the mesh of the regular model, you know, like, the actual, like, geometry of it all, and export that, because I've read over a lot of what I need to do for, like, the blend shape and stuff like that, and so I should be able to do all that pretty easily. And I've even been actually kind of grateful it's taken so long. It's funny. My procrastination has paid off in a weird way here, because I found out recently that this is tying to a whole other thing. But I'm trying to move everything over to Linux, right? And this, like, was VC face. you can technically run it in Linux, but it's like not optimal. However, there is something else that is like made for Linux that works with VRM models, but it only works with O models, like 0.0x models, which is like the original like beta version, I think, or like early test version. It's not as like widespread in the amount of things you can do with it, but a lot of the extra features I wasn't using anyway. So I think this model was exported as a 1.0 model, which means if I had made it like this one, I probably would have had to redo a bunch of stuff anyway to make it like Linux compatible. So I'm just kind of like, okay, you know what? Good for that. Also, I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going now. I did the challenge level, but I'm not sure like where in here I'm supposed to be going, and I don't want to die. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's check our, wait, let's just check our map. That's been pretty good about telling me where I need to go. Okay, so I need to get to the Great Bridge. So, head down this way. Okay, got it. To the boss, yeah. To the boss we go. So anyway, I've been doing a lot of stuff. My thumbnail for the Mummy review is basically gonna be me like a mummy robes, but I'm like, you know, confused and going, and essentially the text below is gonna be like, did I show up at the wrong place? Because this is not really a mummy movie. Yeah, I'm also going to be doing a short for that Strixhaven book review. I've read it. I have my thoughts on it. I'm even about to record some audio soon, so we should be good to go soon enough. Okay. Damn, these guys are gonna be tough. Oof. That was way too close. Guillotine throw works on him, if anything. See, that's the thing. I haven't been able to get the guillotine throw off successfully on like a repeated base, on a regular basis, if that makes sense. I've been a bit inconsistent with its usage. How much like money do I have after that giant challenge run? Only like 6,000. I do want to buy at least like one healing potion. I just like to have a healing potion on tap. That's just good for me. Talisman of Rebirth is good for renewal. I think is I don't know how many of these I should buy. Like, if I do this and she's not playable, can you tell me, is Rachel like playable through the whole game? Time to learn. Ryu gets that move as well. Oh joy. Oh right, because he's eventually gonna get our hammer. I'm assuming when she dies or gets like knocked out, whatever suits your playstyle. Howdy, hey assembly. So I was talking about how I'm like moving over to Linux, and I'm kind of glad I haven't finished the other model yet, although that's taking a while because I keep getting distracted with other shit. Anyway, so I've been talking about like some of the stuff I'm doing with Linux. One of the other things I'm doing with Linux at the moment, one of the things that's been eating a bit of my time, and eat a bit of my time on Sunday when I should have been editing, was trying to get Pipewire to work. I ran into a bit of an issue with it when I was using OBS to record our Magnus Archive session, and I've been trying to make sure that doesn't happen again, because I want to, you know, eventually move over to using Linux as my main operating system. You know, for like streaming, I need to make sure stuff like that doesn't happen. Oh, rely on the range you can get from the War Axe. Bye, howdy. Bye, howdy. Wait, what? Anyway, so I've been looking into that, and there's a lot of extra stuff. Actually, one thing I've noticed is that OBS is a lot more reliant on, like, plugins, it seems, on Linux, so I'm probably going to be doing stuff like that to make it work properly. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, so I've been doing, like, a lot of research and stuff. Oh! Stop dropping on them and stop dropping on them when they expect that. Alright, I'll be more careful. Oh! One of the other things, by the way, Assembly, I have read your new craft, paper, or whatever you're calling it. Your little craft document for your special Made to the Ascension craft. I like it. I like it a lot. You've really fleshed them out as, like, a full faction. And, like, why... One of the things I really like is that you fleshed out why they are separate from, like, the other factions. Oof. Oh, yeah! Got him! Yes! Because, like, one of your main things is explaining why they're here and not with the technocracy or with the traditions. Because they're not with the traditions because they still believe in the idea of consensus to a degree, right? They believe in what they call the status quo. But unlike the traditions, unlike the technocracy, they don't believe in the current consensus that they're trying to do. They don't believe that the mystical elements are inherently evil. They believe it's the quality of people's life that should, not Don't Make Cry, spam Hellbreaker. That should, alright, let's see Helmbreaker. That should determine, like, how you should build consensus. I also like the idea that there's a sort of, like, minor schism. Not like a full-on schism, but like a sort of minor thing where some people believe the entire thing needs to be, like, overthrown and restarted. Inti is an undermain, so I'm playing Nevergrave. Oh, Dawn Seeker, nice to see you. Let's see, where's Helmbreaker? I'm looking for Helmbreaker, but I don't see Helmbreaker anywhere. Is that like a move I'm supposed to be using, or Jormungandr, Naga's Run, Roll Through, Hunter's Jump? Ooh, where Dante drops on the enemy, just like you on those dummies. Oh, okay. Got it, got it. But no, I really like your craft. Actually, if you, I'd be really willing to like look at anything you're doing too. And if you really want, I have a bunch of the, I was on, so yeah, stop spamming that. Okay, I'll stop spamming that move. It's just a safe way for me to attack them sometimes, though. Oh yeah. Yes, Executioner, I did it. Yeah. Okay. Ah! Thanks for the re. I do think I need to make the factions more flawed or their flaws more apparent. I mean, I get their flaws seem to be that they're mostly focused on, like, the world and the environment. But they're also, like, not that large, right? They're a bit too goody-goody for WoD not to push them to their limits. Yeah, WoD does not generally treat goody-goody factions the best. Oh my gosh, the wing is already like this. Like, just look what happened to Mummies, right? The Amenti were, like, the unequivocal good guys, with, like, very few real flaws, as like, WoD goes, right? Like, morally speaking, they were very, very honest and good faction. And they got fucking oh, that might be a good thing. You can maybe see how the Avatar Storm has affected them, because that's been like a big thing for a lot of the goody-goody factions, right? Or a lot of the factions that maybe were a bit too one-sided. You know, the technocracy became more nuanced once the good aligned stuff was able to take control a bit after the Avatar Storm. So maybe you can have them do it there. Do it because, like, the Avatar Storm has maybe caused a change there. Maybe more of them are, like, having stuff going on. You could have just, like, maybe the technocracy is being a bit more active with hunting them, or trying to get them to convert or, like, die, and they're having their ideals tested, you know? Maybe even make the schism a bit more dramatic, right? You could also, to be fair, there are sometimes small, good factions, like the Salubri, for example, are, like, in most interpretations, pretty good as vampires go, right? They are basically as close to a good guy as vampires get, to the point where apparently, like, remember, like, the Burger Creek was talking about he doesn't like Salubri in his game, because he doesn't like just having, like, essentially a guilt-free vampire where your whole thing is you're actually too pure for the vampire world or whatever. So you could do something like that. Oh. Execution. Oh boy, that hurt. So good, guys. Also thinking about infighting. Yeah, the infighting is definitely what you want to probably be. That will definitely add some nuance to them, because, like, one of the things, and this is something I actually did think about a bit when you talked about it. Like, there are, like, the people, you know, you have your two sides. I forget what their names are. I'm sorry, but, like, the ones who are, we're for consensus, but we think it needs to be changed. And the other ones who are like, we do not like consensus at all. We think that although it does only need a few minor changes, the changes are too systemic. WEC hates crystal healing. The poets are completely okay with it. Yeah, maybe some more infighting between the crafts. Like, the crafts, like, parts, essentially. It's conventions. Outside of just, like, the pragmatists. Because you essentially get 6 people if you take the pragmatist. I think. Oh God, is it pragmatist? Oh God, I'd have to look at the document again. I've only read it like twice, and you know me, I like to read things like multiple times to really soak it in. But no, I did really like them. I thought the logo for it was very nice. If you guys don't know, by the way, I'll have to post this later. He's making his own, like, faction. Pragmatics and Affectionates. He's making his own faction in World Darkness. Basically, they're pseudo-tech mages for the most part. Most of them are, like, pretty technologically or, like, mundane technology aligned. Who want to, like, protect and heal the world and make the world a better place. Do, like, climate activism and stuff. But unlike the technocracy, they're not huge dicks about it for the most part. Wow, this really is just an instant kill move, isn't it? Yeah. Gotcha. Alright, I want to grab some health potions because I'm getting wrecked in this fight. I might post... if you want, you can post the thing in the chat. But either way, they're really cool. He's playing on it. And one of the other things I was wanted to mention is I would be willing to help you, like, format it, too. Like, once you're done with it, once you're done writing in, you've looked over, and you think you're ready with it. Because there's the Storyteller Vault is like the, I guess you'd call it like the third-party distribution thing for WoD. You don't have to distribute it like normally or whatever, but they had this like free package I downloaded a while back with all of these like formatting assets for like the different types of border the books use and stuff. See what I mean? Saying it's Sekiro, but harder, guard and dance around, jumping up. Yeah, it's Sekiro without the stamina bar, so it's going to be harder to tell when your stamina is about to go down. Oof. Oh, shit. Alright, we're just going to nuke them. We're nuking them. Nuke. Nuka nuka. Oh my god. Well, I really do hate those goddamn explosive kunai. Those things are the worst. I really, really cannot emphasize how much I hate those things. Sekiro did not have stamina, it got posture. Okay, I'm sorry. It was a bar that went down when you blocked. Let's be real. It was basically stamina with a pretentious name. Be clear that EC does not live up to the pinnacle of the tolerance they espouse. To be fair, most organizations don't. It's one of the things that WoD does really well when it's like World of Darkness, for those who don't know. Does really well when describing its factions, is it very much pushes out how flawed they can be. At least the modern books do. I've heard that some of the older books are a little too like cut and dry sometimes, but the newer books definitely do a good job about like showing. Oh, faction! Oh my god, he can freaking bullet! This man can like bullet dance like he's Dante. Okay, got you, bitch. But yeah, most factions in World of Darkness don't live up to the ideas they espouse. That's kind of what makes the world interesting and more realistic. Because, like, even in real-life organizations that espouse ideas, there are plenty of people in those organizations who probably don't live up to those ideas, right? Oh my god, he breaks my guard so easily. Friggin' Sekiro in general. The older books probably expect you to read between the lines about how they aren't perfect. Yeah. Well, and also, like, the older books were before the world was, like, fleshed out, you know? Back when these were... Yeah, it was a more of a morally gray world, but it also was, It was, you know, it was a less fleshed out universe. Like, first edition in particular, from what little I've read, first edition is a lot more simple than later editions. And just kind of, like, weird. There's a lot of, like, odd stuff that didn't make it into later things. I would hesitate to pull up examples, because I've only read a little bit of first edition. I just remember it being a little odd. Some of the mummy stuff, I think, I've read is a little strange, too. Hold block, but never stop moving, and calculate. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely. They definitely do expect you to read more in the lines more. However, they have done a lot more to flesh out, like, evil factions, I feel like, in later stuff. Like, you know, like, for example, the technocracy isn't just evil in later Mage. They're like, no, we were born from, like, good stuff. Like, the Order of Reason There's a reason the Order of Reason was pretty popular for a while. There's a really good reason they became as powerful as they are. Alright. Grab some potions. I really wish I could save without having to go fight those black ninjas, but I don't think I can do that, so well. I'm gonna grab a few of these. Because he just, like, spams those bullets at me. It's kind of nutty. And I think I'm gonna grab... do I want to grab the Talisman of Rebirth? That's the question here. No, I don't want to lose 5,000. Like, losing a few hundred every once in a while is not that bad for healing potions. I know I can get better and have some more money, but that's like... You know, it's an acceptable loss. 5,000 just for a revive feels... Because I'm never gonna... The thing I don't like about the Talisman of Revival is I'm always gonna feel bad using it, right? Because there's gonna be harder stuff later. And if I use it now, I can't use it later. Oof. Oof. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got him. Holy shoot. Yeah. Okay, got a lot of healing there. That's great. That's good. That's good. We're doing goods. Also, your bird idea worked well for the C and the WE logo. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear I was helpful. I really like that you're making this. I think it's really cool. I want to see what it looks like afterwards, so I'm really glad I was able to help with that all. Seriously, if you need, like, editing or, like, anything at all, like, just looking over, you want to ask me about stuff, I am happy to. This is a really cool thing to be a part of. If I didn't have, like, so many other things going on, I have a few ideas for things I want to make. One idea I had was basically, like, a Code Lyoko ripoff, which was essentially, like, it's basically just, like, very, very obviously Code Lyoko. Like, wouldn't even be a book I would put on Drive-Thru Fiction or anything like that. It was, you know, but, like, make a stat block in WoW for things like... Oh. For things like the supercomputer, or Xana, or her monsters in the virtual world, like rules for all that. Oh my god, no! That stupid bullet juggling asshat! No! I hate him so much. I hate this guy so much. Ugh. But no, between, like, working on the website, needing to get the model done eventually, working on, like, the Mummy review, which I still need to get done because I spent a lot of time this Sunday with my mom, because, you know, Mother's Day. No, I have, like, way too much on my plate to start on, like, a new WAD thing on top of that. It's added to the list of things that are on the back of my mind that will eventually get done. Like, you know, the story I eventually want to write. But, like, I just have, like, way too much to do that right now. I'm always as possible with roads. I've not gotten familiar with the rules yet. I'd like to place your bane about spirit requirements and effects. Absolutely. I've been reading up on that a lot lately. Although a lot of that's, like, mostly older rules I've been reading. One thing I will recommend as a resource is Revised. Me and Caleb both have been doing this, by the way, and I think you probably will too. We've been looking at... I know you haven't looked at the rules yet, and you're not know how you're going to do it. I think Caleb hasn't really quite internalized that yet, but no. One thing I want to say is we've both been looking at Revised more so than, like, the 20th edition based on, like, how we do rotes. Because I know Revised has, like, a little bit of differences in how the spears work, so it might be, like, we might have to make some, like, rulings on that. But the rotes in Revised are actually, like, fully written out. It gives you a lot of examples. It gives you cool stuff you can do. And it makes it clear what things are without necessarily leaving you with, like, just a name description. We were actually talking about something where it's like, oh yeah, you can harm ghosts with entropy. And it's like, okay. But you also have to look up, like, these 4 other pages, which it doesn't reference in that particular area. You have to look up the spirit section. I thought it was like, okay, you just need to, like, look in other areas because this is... you know, not gonna explain things, but one thing Caleb did have a point on, in my opinion, wasn't just, like, the looking it up, because, like, if you want to know how to damage spirits, you probably need to look at the section on spirits and how you damage them, which will lead you to the damage page of the combat area, which talks about this. Because he was, like, upset that the entropy spell was Like, oh, it doesn't even tell you that it'll send ghosts into a rage or whatever. But he did have a point of this other thing I was talking about, which was, basically the thing was essentially that the book does this thing where a lot of the stuff just seems like costed in a way that you would never want to use it. Like, not even like in the sense of like entropy, you know, being weird, but in the sense of like, unless you're specifically doing it just for flavor reasons, there's basically no reason to use the higher entropy sphere level to hurt ghosts, because it makes them angry and like more dangerous, but it also costs a higher spear investment, even though it still requires spears and spirit. And it's probably like a pretty high amount too. It's not like something basic. So we've been looking at stuff like that. Oh my god, I'm getting my body handed to me. Also, I accidentally just used a devil potion, which I'm going to greatly regret later, if I actually get through this. Oh my god, frickin' these bastards. Oh no, makes sense. No reason to use a sledgehammer to force a nail.
So beautiful.
Exactly. It's like, there are some of them that literally have the same effect, and I'd had to like look up the specific example for you, but they just have like, they're like, oh yeah, you can use like a different spear, but you still need this other spear, and you need to use it at like 4th level. It's like, so if I want to fight ghosts, I should just like get an extra point in spirit, which isn't that hard. Like, getting an extra point, because the thing is, a lot of the examples too are things where it's, you need, instead of needing like 1, you need like 2 levels in the spirit to do the thing. And it's like, okay, then I'll just take a 2nd level in spirit. Like, that's a little bit more XP, but it's not like an insurmountable amount. Alright, the bullet spam is really dumb and annoying, and he breaks my guard. Oh, freaking. The thing is, he's breaking my guard so freaking easily. Yeah, you keep telling me to block, but it's like, how do I freaking block? Alright, I'm trying to not do the jump attack, but I can't get near him half the time. Alright, stay near him. Don't let him get away from me. See, he does this shit. He does this shit! I tried dodging, but the reason I keep doing jumping and my face is being blocked right now is because every time I get near this motherfucker, he knife combos me, breaks my shield in one combo before I can do anything, and instantly starts gunning me in the air. Like, what kind of bullshit is this? I think this guy is actually just dumb. I do, legitimately. Like, this guy is stupid as all hell. Maybe there's something I'm missing here. I am jumping. I am still jumping more. I need to stop that. But like, a lot of the times, it's not even the jumping that's hurting me. It's the, getting close, my guard instantly breaks. You are far too slowly, just turtle near him. You are far just slowly. I can't move when I'm blocking. Look, I'm holding forward while blocking. Do you see this? It takes a second for the block to come back online. And I have to like do this. And whenever I do this, he breaks my guard and combo shoots me to death. I don't know what you want. Also, I need to turn this back off. I'll figure it out. I will get to him. I got enough flow there. The best way I got it earlier was just like getting him in like a combo flow where I was just beating him down. You know, when I was doing that, I was doing great. But the moment I have to like actually block him, he just starts hitting me hard. And not in a way I can like deal with. Alright, got him. Alright. Ooh, that's where the guillotine throw would be useful. Okay, I'll have to learn how to do that more often, more consistently. But no, so I would love to talk with you about rotes. I understand you haven't read the book yet, so I'm not going to get into like a huge detail on the other stuff. But there are a lot of the stuff in the 20th edition where like, meanwhile revised, just it feels better. You know, it feels more consistent. At least it's not changeling rules. Holy shit. Okay, so you know how like what different like dots do will change a little bit between editions, right? Like, not a ton, but like something we moved around. Changeling had some bizarre additions or like modifications. So one of the like, I know this is gonna be weird to you guys, but basically this is like additions of a game, and 20th edition was kind of built with like being compatible with a lot of older stuff. However, ooh, yeah, there we go. However, it has this weird thing where the realms, oh gods, the realms. I've heard about Spirit Bloat from the forums. Yeah, and again, I feel like it's one of those things where you just like, I think the first edition, have you pulled bunks from a bag? Wait, it did? Oh my god. Now, so the thing I got in trouble. So for those of you who don't know, Changes of the Dream is where you play as like a member of the Fae who's incarnating in human form, and their magic is called cantrips. And to do a cantrip, you need a bunk, you need a realm, and you need an art. Your art is what you're doing. It's, you know, I can control fire. I can conjure I can conjure illusions based on the tale I'm telling. I can control shadows. I can do dream magic, that kind of stuff. Okay, so when he breaks, I should immediately just go into doing. Oh shoot. Okay, wait. Okay, let's go here. And so in bunks are basically when you do something super weird and like random. Basically, changelings get their magic by being very whimsical. So you literally power your magic. Like the thing that you use to trigger your magic is called a bunk. And bunks are literally just doing the most random bullshit ever. Starting to talk in a Victorian accent for no reason. Farting in public very loudly. Just like running around like crazy while screaming. Poking someone over and over again saying, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. Literally just the most random, like, if you've ever seen a child try and annoy you or try and go random for just like do stuff for no reason, it's basically that, and it's hilarious. More throw is more useful at tracking jumps. Some impact, but on the ground. Guillotine throw. I don't see guillotine throw on here. I know you're probably using like a name. Are you talking about like just like that like killer attack, or are you talking about like the thing where I drag them along the ground? Oh my god. Holy, why does he get to do that to me? No, that's bullshit. Follow up near him. Light attack plus jump. Writing letters to a wall to get it to open up for you. Exactly. So, I had not heard about the whole thing where you had to pull your bunks from a bag. In this, I don't even... In 20th edition, I don't even think you need to, like choose specific bunks. You can just use bunks for things. Like you can just say this is kind of what I mean. I haven't gone in like super deep on the rules. I've mostly been like trying to figure out what I need to do. I'm going to be going over the rules and change like a lot more detail later, but I'm mostly focusing on like the arts and the cantrip. From what I saw, you basically just use bunks that are in character. Like obviously like some bunks just probably won't work on like a lore reason. So like reading a book very loudly and, you know, with great emotion would be a great bunk for Tailcraft. In fact, Tailcraft even encourages specific bunks like those in the writing. I know there are bunks that are like encouraged or even like suggested as pseudo requirements for specific arts. But anyway, that's how you do it. So they can do really rare magic. But in the system, in the gameplay rules, they have like a weirder thing too. So changelings can't just do their magic on anyone. Kind of like how mages have to like have a bit of the life sphere before they can cast spells that target people specifically. They need to use realms, which are basically just declare what you can target with things. Light attack plus jump. Follow up with the so like that, maybe. And there are only a handful of realms. There's basically, and I'm gonna forget at least one, but I think there's one for objects, there's one for like changelings, there's one for humans, which is like the actor, there's one for natural elements and that kind of stuff. And the natural elements one is one I'm using. because I'm forming some illusions out of like shadows and stuff. Like, you know, creating like shadow puppets or creating a light-based illusion. Okay. Alright. Anyway, so I was looking back at, like, the online sources, because they're a bit more, like, you know, collected. You know, they've got everything all organized in a way that I can look up specific stuff, and I wanted to look up, like, the different arts and stuff like that without going through the Changeling book, because I didn't have it at the time. So I was looking up the nature arts, and, oh god, I'm forgetting which one had which, but, because I need to look at my resources for this, but, basically, what I remember is this. In the Changeling arts, using, like, conjuring raw material, like, elements, like fire and stuff. In one of them, it was, like, either .5 or .3. And in the newer one, I think it's .1. So, like, you can conjure a bit, you can use, like, fire as a medium for your, tailcraft. So when you create an illusion, you can create it out of light, for example, with 1 dot. But in one of the older ones, it was a completely different dot, and it was higher. And they can't seem to decide between editions whether using an element for, like, an illusion art, like being able to manipulate light specifically when you're doing it, like casting your illusion onto the light rather than casting it on someone's mind, is powerful enough to need 3 dots, 5 dots, or 1 dots. It's flip-flopped a bunch across editions, apparently. That's the main one I was concerned about, but I noticed there were a few others. I'm just struggling to remember them off the top of my head right now. Oof. Oh shoot, no, 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 no! Oh, come on! Remember to do it in the air, when you're near him. Got it. Stop I'm not trying to drop him! I'm trying to do the thing. I'm just doing it badly. I'm sorry. But yeah, so there's a little inconsistencies between that. Let's get off WAD for a bit. We've been on WAD for a bit, and I want to try and talk about other stuff. So one of the things I'm doing for the mummy is I'm doing like the whole bandages thing. I think I've talked about that a bit. Like this? How do I know I've done it? When you see the waves coming off the ground, you succeeded. I'm guessing that's my sister. Let's see, what else? What else? Okay, I think I see it now. I'm practicing on these guys. Okay, the guillotine throw is good. Nice! Okay, that does work pretty well. Yeah, I gotta say. Okay, I think I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it. Thank you for your advice, Neuro Dragon. You've been very helpful in this. What else? What else? So, I am gonna try and get the Mummy review out. I know I was supposed to get out last weekend, but Mother's Day kind of screwed things up for me. I don't regret it. I enjoyed spending time with my mom that day. We actually just, like, I sat with her and just kind of chatted after I made breakfast for her and everything. It was a very nice morning, so that was fun. What else? What else? Let's see. Oh, I think I talked about this a bit before you guys came on. I have started... Ooh. I have started working on moving things more into Linux. I know I'm working on that a lot, but it is something I am very interested in doing. One very annoying thing I have actually been really thinking about. Apparently, as some of the issues I had were with my drivers, and sometimes, like, NVIDIA drivers seem to be fucking things up a little bit, I have genuinely been wondering if I try and, like, see what AMD GPUs are going for a second hand. It's weird, because I don't really want to buy another GPU, but I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll think about that for, like, next GPU I get. And definitely AMD. And maybe I can look into, like, because, like, I'm pretty sure I could sell an NVIDIA GPU and get, like, an AMD GPU for less than I sold the NVIDIA one. I don't really care about ray tracing either. I'm just worried about video encoding because I've heard that has problems. Oof. I don't really want to buy anything new, though, right now. I'm not talking about, like, in the future. I'm not buying a new GPU for a while. I have no desire to. Oh. Got it. Alright. I'm getting the hang of it. Oh. I misclicked again. Got him! Okay! I have made progress officially. I've killed the boss. We did this. We did it. Congratulations, everyone. We have successfully put him in his place. Look, I can't get over her costume design. I've been trying to dance around it, but, like, this is not the outfit you want to be fighting demons in, people. Like, some protection. Holy shit. Ugh. Alright, we're finally going to go back to Ryu. I can finally go back to my preferred playstyle. Yay! I'm sorry, ooh, I got Veteran Hunter on that one. Nice. I didn't feel like a Veteran Hunter, but I got the reward. Tito snaps and finally comments on Rachel's outfit. I was waiting for that. I have been trying to dance around it, but, like, the game seems to love making sure that whenever she's in a cutscene, the shots are just, like, I don't want to say horny, but at the very least, like, dear gods, it's hard to ignore. And I'm trying to ignore it. Like, I don't want to notice it. But it's just, after a while, I just can't not notice it. Alright, we got more health. Nice. Okay, I should have been writing Rachel updates. She seems to have maybe a separate pool of, Alright, we're going back to this. My lunar is up there. I only need 3 more levels, and I'll have the wooden sword fully unlocked. That's going to be epic. Alright, so I guess I got to go downstairs, or can I take this back now? Nope. Okay. So we're heading back down, I guess. Right? What? Oh my gods. No, that better not send me back to Rachel. I swear to God, this sends me back to Rachel. Game, I swear to God, if you send me back to Rachel, I'm going to be scrubbed. I thought that I could, like, jump onto that stalactite. I couldn't. I officially, I am so done. Too down, too fast. I have all regrets now. I have so many regrets. I have so many regrets. This is the sound of my mind breaking. You know what the worst part is? I can't even call this game out for that, because I used to play so many games that would do shit like that. Like, not like taking saving after like chapters is like very much a modern thing to be grateful for. You know, like having saves happen after you are into chapter is very much a modern convenience. And I played plenty of older games where it was not the case. So I can't even get mad at Ninja Gaiden specifically, because I remember plenty of other games that work. Because like any game that's not like heavily level based, like Star Fox Assault for example, is very level based. But if it's not like that, you can't take saving automatically after a boss fight for granted. You just can't. I wish you could, but you can't. I'm buying extras because I am just so done with this shit. I need to be done with this shit. I want to get to the next part of this game, because I think I was still fighting this boss at the end of last week, so I do not want to get stuck here for a full week. In case it's not clear, I am breaking a bit right now. Okay, note to self: if you're unsure that you're going to be able to survive dropping down area, do not even go near it until you've been to a save point after a chapter, especially after a boss fight too. All right. Oof. God damn, those explosive kunai are annoying. Okay, get another execution. Yes. Start tour around Star Fox series. And I'm excited for the first one. I'm actually, okay, this is going to be a little bit weird. I have never finished Star Fox 64. I've played a few of the remakes part of the way through, but I've only ever finished Star Fox Assault. I was doing it on like the Nintendo like subscription thing where you get to play old games, because I had Nintendo Online already, so I was using their old virtual console. But I didn't quite finish the game. I got decently through it. I did like the space battles. It was really good. It was kind of a bit more on rails, but like the new Star Fox Assault was on rails plenty too. I didn't like a lot of the big open areas in Star Fox Assault, and 64 did have a few of those. But yeah, it was definitely interesting. Okay, come on. Oof. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. But no. I do recommend Star Fox Assault. Very much so. It's one of my favorite games. I owned Adventures, but I never finished Adventures because I was not looking for it. I had played Star Fox Assault at someone else's house, and I really liked it. And when I got a GameCube at last, I was like, ooh, I want to get that game. And I grabbed I got Adventures by mistake. Which is kind of funny because it's actually the older game. Because Adventures came out first. Like the weird like psychic fox lady is from Adventures. Crystal is in Star Fox Assault. Like that's the first like regular Star Fox game I think she's in. I'm trying to do that like flipping jump. No, Crystal, why? Weird. Because she's not in Star Fox 64 from what I understand. I don't remember her being there. And she basically, like, was in the adventure game, but that was, like, completely different genre than Star Fox usually is. So Star Fox Assault is technically the first time you see her, like, in an R-Wing, for example. Like, in the space combat, like the original game had. Because originally it was, like, that weird dinosaur pirate thing. Now, one of the interesting things about Star Fox Assault, actually, is that you had remakes retroactively add her. I could have sworn she was originally introduced in Adventures. Maybe I'm completely off my basis. Again, it's been a while since I have not had Switch subscription, for example, for a long time. But I could have sworn that she was not originally in 64. Again, I could be grossly mistaken. My experience with the Star Fox brand mostly comes down to Assault and the Crystal. Yeah, she appeared in the GameCube one. That was Assault. GameCube one was Assault, not 64. I don't think 64 was even on the GameCube at all, like even in a remake state. No, come on. I'm trying to get it consistently, but I'm just not. She was introduced in Adventures. Nailed it. Called it. One of the cool things is, though, that, like... So, this is actually something that, kind of, like, was an argument with me and my brother when we were playing. I know this, I haven't played any of the games, but I know. Don't ask me how. I already know how you know it, and I like, am aware, distantly, that it's a thing, okay? I'm aware that she's apparently very popular with the furry community. I think I do know how. Yeah, I think we all know that. Like, oh man. I mean, any game that uses anthropomorphic characters is gonna be popular in the furry community, but like, from what I am aware that Crystal is popular, and I don't even, like, go in those areas, really, a ton. Or what I do is because, like, I was here for an artist who does, like, normal work, and their profile also has a bunch of furry stuff. Actually, it's kind of funny. Blue Sky has a lot of that. So a lot of my, like, favorited or followed people on Blue Sky also do furry art. It's just I follow them for most of their non-furry art. So yeah, I've seen Crystal, like, a bunch. Mostly because I like, Dinosaurs and Dragons have been a crossover, and she was, like, raised on a dino planet. Like, that's her whole backstory. She was like a psychic, like, medium type raised on this, like, dinosaur planet. Fun fact, by the way, Adventures actually in the multiplayer, Adventures, when you select a character to play as in Adventures, you actually, not in Adventures, sorry, in Star Fox Assault, when you select a character, like, you're gonna play as, in a multiplayer match, the characters have different buffs. Like, Slippy, I forget what Slippy gets, but, Crystal gets an extra shield. Fox, like, they all have, like, slightly different, like, movement speeds and stuff like that. Fox and Wolf, I think, were just pretty fast and generally aggressive. Like, they were, you know, had decent jump speed and decent movement speed, pretty much. Nothing, like, super special. Peppy got, like, an extra, like, jump and a half of distance, because, you know, he's a rabbit. So it makes sense. I shouldn't put a smile next to that. Oof, oof, no. I'm so close, I'm so close. I'm not even meaning to do the jump attack. I'm trying to do that flip, but every time I try and do it, I accidentally hit the buttons in the wrong order. You have to hit them really fast. Dear God, do you mean horny art? Yes, I do mean, yes, indeed. Why'd you put a smile next to that? Although, I find it funny that OBS chat didn't show it. I think it filtered it out. Is YouTube filtering out the word horny now? Wait, did I get a better score this time around? Holy shit, I got Legendary Hunter. I haven't gotten that before. Is that good? Hey, Neuro Dragon, how good is this rating for a level? Like, you know, dropping on the ground isn't even good to get faster. It's better to hold back. Well, see, the problem with him is if I stay in the air, I'm going to get bullet spammed. Alright, I need to find a save point immediately. Like, first thing, save point. Immediately. Because we do not want to fall on the ground. And see, the reason I thought, so, does the path to Zarkon truly exist? The reason I thought I needed to jump down there anyway is because they do a big old thing of showing you to jump down. They even show you with, like, the save point down there. Like, this was, like, aiming you to... I blame this, like, intro area. Alright. Now I need to figure out... Okay, so I can go in here. Can I go in this way? Okay, this way does work. I will head down here, and I am looking for a save point immediately. Legendary Hunter is very decent. Quite good, actually. Yay! I am actually getting better. The name of the stream will actually mean something for once. That's so good. That's so good. But yeah. Also, I'm very excited for that person we had on last time. I forget his name. Oh god, I need to go back to the link for his name. But check the chat log for his name. But the one who told us that like you use this shuriken to kill them. Also, these look like hidden doors. Am I like? Is it just me or am I crazy? Am I crazy or is it like? Does these look like a bit like hidden doors to you? All right. Where are they? Where are they? No comment. YouTube is erasing my culture. I don't think horny is technically a culture. Like, you need to be... I think... Is it like a type of horny that they're erasing? Because I don't think they've erased the word furry yet. Try it. Let's see. Let's see if YouTube wants furries to not exist. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, man. What else? What else? The Backrooms movie is coming out soon. I'm so hyped for this. Like, YouTuber projects actually getting some, like, good publicity and some, like, good, like, teeth behind them is exciting me to no end. I was trying to jump down. I was trying to grab that, I was trying to grab the energy orb. I guess I'm already full up on key energy or whatever. I killed an undead dragon. I feel less guilty about that because it was already dead anyway. Legendary Hunter is very good, quite good, decent actually. Ooh, golden scarab. See, I've been doing a good job. I feel like I've been doing a good job of like checking around and checking your secondary areas for things. Part of it's that you've been letting me know about like challenge rooms and I haven't been ignoring them. But yeah. Remember to try out the air combo of the Dragon Fangs. I will, but like in a fight, sometimes it's easier to do with the thing you already know. Especially when you would have to go back a decent ways. Ooh, yeah. Oof. Actually, using this to stun them and then going in... Oh! I figured out how I can do the dashing air attack. Using the shuriken on them first breaks their guard, and I can go in for a slashing shuriken. Slashing, what is it? Dragon's Fang in the air. To the credit of Ninja Giant, if you do special moves correctly, they do not come up like in some fighting games. Yeah, I like things like Bayonetta that has like a little input log. Or that might only be in their thing. Alright, I should probably upgrade the Dragon's Fang, because this is what I'm using like a lot of. It's like my default weapon. I use it pretty consistently. What else do we have? Let's see, what other options do we have here? I've already got Flying Swallow. I should probably stock up on Incendiary Shuriken. I'm pretty good here, though. I've been spending my money not on healing potions here. And I did a bit of, like, fighting mobs to get used to fighting with this sword, and it got me a lot of stuff. So I was able to get a decent amount of energy, or a lot of money from some grinding. I mean, it wasn't really grinding. Like, so the thing is, I did fight a lot of scrub enemies, like in between during some of the earlier sessions, which helped me get some more money. But like, it wasn't even that I was like grinding. I was trying to get good at actually like doing the controls. Which is the weird thing with Ninja Gaiden. It didn't feel like grinding because I was still dying regularly. Okay. This is gonna break randomly, isn't it? I mean, like, okay, I want to ask you guys a question. Has a bridge like this ever actually not been broken? Like, legitimately, let's be real here. Whenever we see something like this, we all know we're about to get our fucking asses wrecked. Alright. Got it. Oh, I got an achievement just now. With Dragon Sword, you can do a quadruple air combo into with heavy attack, and you can do a dragon class, or you can keep going with light. You'll see. Alright, got him. Just used them. 3 points. Oof. 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 Okay, I need to deal with that archer in the back. It's going to be causing me problems. But these small guys are like really aggressive. Oof. Alright, take care of him. We're going to go after him. There we go. Now we take care of this other small one. Kill the small ones and obliterate the big dogs. Yeah, the problem with that idea is that that archer was being a pain. Having archer enemies after you while you're dealing with melee enemies in this game can be, like, really dangerous. Do not underestimate under any circumstances, I've learned. Oof. Yeah, that shuriken into, like, flying leap combo is really solid. Like, break guard. So we break his guard. Oh, nope, got him. Flail seems to be working good for you. Honestly, it feels good. I'm not usually for the flail kind of weapons. I usually find them a bit boring. Or even if I don't find them boring, I find them, I don't know, unwieldy to an extent. They usually don't go for the kind of things I want to do. Chamber of the Red Eye. I should probably look at that note. First, I'm going to grab this. Alright, we got some healing potions. We actually got some... Oh, shoot. Went underwater. Pay... Oh, gods. Oh, no. Oh, frick. Oh, no. Oof. Slashing to death. Okay, got him. Later you get Axe of Rachel, nunchakus, big swords, and some more. Okay, okay. Interact with the eyeball. Alright, so that releases like the first lock on the door. Makes sense, makes sense. Intricate locking mechanisms are a staple for these kind of things. Alright, so... Can I, like, go further down? Is there stuff to, like, find down here? Because I can't tell, really. Alright. I'm assuming... Whoa! I'm trying to get down there. How do I dive? How do I, like, dive? How do I dive deeper down? Not for what I know. Yes, there is something down there, though. There's something. Look, there's like a box right there. How do I dive? Is there something in the control menu, maybe? Oh, frick. Info. Techniques. Counterattacks. No. No, this is all my maps. Do I... No, that's to open Steam. Huh. I'm trying to, like, just hit anything at this point and see if, like, anything lets me dive. There has to be a way to move underwater effectively. Okay, I think I got it. Yes! Okay, I figured it out. You have to, like, hold down X. You have to, like, hold down X to do it. It's this, like, weird maneuver, but I managed to do it. Alright. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're gonna hop through here. Sorry. I'm not gonna fight you guys every time I enter that room. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just not. Whoa. Alright, rude. Rude on so many levels. Alright. Come on. Slash. Ah. Oof. Alright. And got him. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the spirits first, because those guys are annoying. Get rid of this guy, because he's gonna snipe me all day. Check the ninja body. Oh, arrows. No more arrows can be carried, though. So I guess I should probably use my bow. This is generally when this game gives you free resources, it's telling you to, like, hey, stupid, use this thing. We're giving you unlimited resources, so, like, it's definitely the best thing here, and we don't want you to not use it. So go ahead and use it and don't be a moron. Ow. Ow. Frick. Oof. Oh, I got a golden scarab. Nice. But yeah, so no, I do really like the nunchuck. The like nunchucks or like the kunai. Whatever, I'm not really sure what you call these, right? Like, Oof, I think I have to go back for more arrows. I'm gonna go back for more arrows. This one's the flails. Sorry, the flails. The flails. The flails. See, they look more like the kunai with chain. Or not kunai with chain. Not a kunai. It's, like a scythe. They look like little scythes. And yes, they are historical. Yeah, I knew they were historical weapons. No, I've seen things like these enough in, like, anime, video games, and even just, like actually in history books to know that they're historical weapons. Alright, now I can use it to do it. Now we're gonna... I'm guessing we can do this? No, okay. So we do have to actually get past this death trap. Oh, joy. How am I supposed to do that? Oh, this is gonna be fun. I have no idea how I'm supposed to do this whole thing. This is gonna be a gauntlet. Dear gods. Oh. AKA one of the very few, this is basically Scythe turned into nunchucks. AKA very one of the few examples of Scythe being very useful in combat. Well, yeah, because the Scythe, despite what anime would have you believe, Scythes are not exactly, like, good weapons. They were useful for, like, you know, harvesting grain and shit. I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. Oh, maybe we need to, like, shoot these? They have a big glowing thing above them. I'm gonna shoot the big glowing thing. Okay, what happens now? No? Do I have to shoot them in order and then, like, shoot the... Oh, do I have to shoot, like, all of these and then shoot the eyeball again? Ah, I ran out of arrows. Okay, okay. There was something to activate here. Oh, well, wait. I missed one of them. Okay. Oh, so now we have a light bridge. Okay, I see. Well, ah, damn it. Okay, and it goes away, so I have to shoot it. I have to shoot the secondary ones regularly. Okay, I think I get it now. I think I get it. So we're going to grab some more arrows. We're going to shoot this thing. Oh, okay, we cannot get hit by the very slow-moving pendulum like a moron, because I misjudged distance. So after each one of these, we probably want to stop, aim at the next one. Okay, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to fire up here. And I failed. Shit. Maybe I don't like do that? Is the timer just like, is it just like until I fall down? Ah! It's a time trial. Damn it! Ugh. I meant to wall run there. I actually did mean to wall run. I know I need a wall run. I meant to. I just failed to do it. Ow. Frickin'. For some reason, I don't know why I misjudged that one. I'm going to blame depth perception, but I also going to blame just my stupid brain. Because I feel like it is partially just my stupid brain. Alright. Here we go again. So, wait for it to go. Go after it goes. Be cautious here. Alright, we're going to... Now! Oh, right, there was that other thing. So, I had talked to you about hitch-ups yesterday, huh? So that is something I do want to mention, is that, like, fanfiction can be, like, really solid. I think if I had to not include fanfiction, I've probably spent more time playing video games than reading. If I do include fanfiction, it's probably reading at that point. I've read a lot. I think I have like over 1,000 stories on both Archive of Our Own and fanfiction.net in my favorites. And most of those are not like reposts. How to Train Your Dragon is I think what I mostly started reading. Because I really loved How to Train Your Dragon, and that was after the first movie. He was flashback to Twisted Metalhead in one of the side missions. Honestly, as puzzle missions go, it wasn't even that bad. As puzzle missions go, that was not that bad. All right, we're gonna swap this real quick. We're gonna swap this real quick. Now we go into equipment, projectile weapons, windmill shuriken. Oof. But no. Hitch-Ups is like an amazing story. Like it has a TV tropes page, and the TV tropes page has like the really like overly long, you know, spine breaker book trope. Essentially like the gigantic mountain book. Honestly, I've thought about getting it like properly printed because I think it's one of the fanfictions that actually deserves to be like properly printed out. And, like, I know fanfiction has a reputation. I know. And it's a very earned reputation. Like, I'm not one of those people that thinks fanfiction's reputation is unearned or anything. It is. It's 100% earned. Most of the top favorites for things will have at least one story that's literally just horny wish fulfillment. And it's at the top of, like, the most bookmarked or most favorited stuff on the site. Like, even in the top 10, you will find stuff like that. But Hitch-Ups is one of those rare, like, stories on fanfiction.net that wasn't even just, like, a good fanfiction. It was an actual good story. And the author who did it, the Antiquary Party, who's also known as, Anarvak, I think, across, like, a few places. He also posted all the chapters on DeviantArt as well. He's on AO3. They've done a few other stories, like Leo. It's not like Leo, like Leo. It's L-O-I-E, I think, or something like that. I'd have to look it up again. Paradise Lost is fanfiction. Yeah, Paradise Lost is fanfiction. Like, fanfiction can be really solid. And a lot of the best things have kind of started out as fanfiction. I mean, like, a lot of stories that are basically just, like, clear knockoffs of something are basically just fanfiction, but they filed off all the serial numbers. Filed off all the serial numbers. Filed off all the serial numbers. Oh no. Not this thing again. Oh god, I'm not even I haven't saved. Frick. Alright, no, we're not doing this. We're gonna have to key blast him. Ooh. There we go. Boom! Oof. Oof. Ow. Oh wow, I'm bodying this thing. How did that demon hunter lady get caught by this? I do not understand. Use Nimpo when you have it. But no, though, so there's some really good fan fiction out there, and I'm not sure I want to make this comment because like there are like plenty of other good fan fictions out there, but if I had to choose a fan fiction I think is like the best fan fiction, if I had to hold up something as like proof that fan fiction can be like legitimately good storytelling and writing, I think it's Hitchups. I read it years ago, and I've reread it multiple times, and every time I reread it, I'm just like blown away. The author like did a lot for the book. One of the really cool things about fanfiction in particular is that because it's like an updating weekly kind of thing and a bit casual, the author will actually like do the references and like explain like where they got stuff as they're posting it. So like as they are slowly you know, going through the story, if you're reading on fanfiction.net, I'm not sure about the AO3 version, you can actually see where they got like different ideas or stuff. Because the main idea of the story, for example, is you know, you guys probably have heard of How to Train Your Dragon, and in the movie, Astrid like finds Hiccup and Toothless as he's about to leave after like winning dragon training. And the jewel may upgrade your stuff. Oh, cool. I should probably use that then, huh? Oh, it increases the potency of Nimpo. That's awesome. Oh, I have to choose one. I'm mostly using the fireball right now because it's just a solid, hey, I'm going to stand here and be invincible and shoot you with a fireball. Nice. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah, yes. I wonder when the doppelganger fight is happening here. Oh, no, not a doppelganger. You mean like a Shadow Link fight? There better be a save. I mean, like, I guess just gotta save, but like, oh, now you're making me nervous. But no. So like in How to Train Your Dragon, there is, oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Shit. I did not mean to do that. I accidentally clicked those wrong. Shoot. I didn't want to waste a Nimpo. Why'd I waste Nimpo? Ah. Oh boy. But yeah. So in the movie, Astrid like finds Hiccup. It's like, you're so busted, and runs off. And in the movie, you know, Hiccup chases after her, and they find out about the queen, and then the rest of the movie happens. In Hitchups, he has a moment where he considers it, but in the end, he's like, I was leaving anyway. My whole life here is a lie. I care too much about Toothless, and I'm leaving. And that is where this book starts. It literally, like, one of the things I love about it, too, is it doesn't even, like, try and do that thing a lot of other fanfics will do, where they'll, like, literally just retread the movie for no point. He was literally just like, go watch the movie. This is a fan fiction. You should basically treat it as a sequel where you only watch part of the first one. Which I respect a whole lot, actually. The Shadow Link fight. Funny part is he isn't even an exceptional bully or anything. He's not here to body you. Here to skill check you in humbling fashion. Oh boy. That makes me even less excited, I'm going to be honest. Oh, I gotta, like, wall run to it, don't I? Alright, will these bats ever freaking stop spawning? Ah. Okay, I gotta dash off to there. And the actual story itself focuses mostly on Hiccup and Toothless. It doesn't really dwell on Burke until after, like, a few chapters. Like, they have the whole thing where they follow Astrid in the village. And her whole thing. And the village coming to terms because the Red Death gets, like, completely reworked. There's something on the other side. Okay. Ugh. Oh, there's like a ledge there. I think I can... Okay, so I want to like, go on this... So I want to activate this. Maybe hop over to this side. Go over here. And then I can grab the special doggy statue. It's a statue of a noob. Well, no, it's not Anubis. It's just Wolf. Okay. Weird. But alright. And this is the skull key. Okay, now we can proceed. Awesome. And it basically is him and Toothless going on this, like, coming-of-age journey, essentially. And it does get a bit more, like, objectively magical or, like, fantasy. Even, like, compared to, like, normal How to Train Your Dragon, where they tried to, like... Because, like, How to Train Your Dragon has always been, like, heavily fantasy, but they tried to, like, kind of make the dragons have, like, more consistent, hard rules, you know? Like, oh, yeah, their fire breathing works because they breathe, they you know, admit they can produce this gas, and they light it using, like, a, you know, like a ignition source in the back of their neck. But, oh, no. Oh, shoot, I have a runaway sequence, don't I? Oh, gods, no, I haven't saved in a while. Oh, no, it's not a runaway sequence. It's a cutscene. Okay, thank goodness. It's just a cutscene. You know, but, like, there is a bit more, like, direct fantasy elements in this in the fan fiction. It is good, though, and I liked it a lot. Mostly because it actually felt like a lot like the myths they were trying to replicate. Hardly magic-type fantasy, if you think about it. They have mind control from the alphas. Like, you can talk about pheromone bullshit all you want. They literally just gave Toothless mind control. They literally just, like, directly gave it, like, it wasn't even, like, an instinctual call home. The Drago Bloodfist was able to, like, control the evil Bewilder Beast by the second movie to just actually go around giving direct orders to other dragons. Alright. Grab this. It would take too long to explain. But yeah, I don't know. So, like, there is a lot of, like, really cool fantasy stuff going on, but a lot of it's actually more grounded in, like, regular, like, history and stuff. Like, there are, like weird creatures. Like, he runs into, like, mermaids and a giant leviathan and... like, literally gets the attention of some of the Norse gods. Well, one Norse god until the end, when one of the others decides to be fucking petty. But, like, gods being petty bullshit to each other. And Hiccup does eventually become a champion, but it's not because he was, like, destined to be. Necessarily. Like, there is seer bullshit, but it's not like a prophecy. It's, you are who you are because of the decisions you made. And those are who have made you into this person, but you were not this person until you made the decisions. There's this whole thing about, like, how you're what choosing your destiny actually means, what it means to Hiccup versus Atreus. Actually, like, okay, so there is some funny stuff here, because although the guy, okay, this looks like a simple stone platform. Given the height of the chamber, it's possible some sort of elevator. Right now, it shows no signs of moving. I'm not going to tell you all the details, because I really do say that, like, you should legitimately just go watch it for yourself. I mean, not watch it, read it for yourself. It is one of the best fanfics I've ever read. Yes, it is over 300,000 pages, but click B on it. I did click B on it. I clicked B on it. On the elevator? I clicked B multiple times. Let me go back. Let me go back. Then never mind. Watch. Right now, it says a simple elevator, however, it shows no signs of moving right now. But no, a lot, it's more grounded, though, for the most part. Like, yeah, Hiccup, like, met up with some mermaids, and a guy blackmailed him to grab the boots of the 7 leaves, which are implied to actually be super speed boots at one point. But, like, he doesn't really engage with a lot of it. There's only, like, really one magic artifact that, like, becomes something he uses on a regular basis. And he's a little weird about it because he kind of got forced to do it. Because remember, this is actual mythology kind of things, where the gods give zero shits if you feel like doing shit. And having their favor isn't always, like, a positive thing, necessarily. Check on the wooden sword. I tried using it. It's still, like, not great. I think it doesn't really get its buff until you all the way finish upgrading it. It is really good, though. Hitchups is really fun. There's even a whole thing where he, like, basically finds werewolves and doesn't realize it. No, like, I'm not joking. It's literally, like, he finds this weird village in the middle of the night. Like, I think, actually, this actually perfectly explains why I like the story. Or why I like its magical elements. There are plenty of things to like in the story, but, like, the reason I like how it handles its magic and stuff is the guy, like, Hiccup actually finds a village of werewolves, but doesn't realize it. So, he and Toothless are doing their usual thing, you know, traveling at night, that kind of stuff. And they find this village that's, like, really abandoned. The boss fight is coming. Oh, no. You know, and it seems like they... You know, it seems like everyone just kind of left in the middle of the night for no reason. Weird that, but all the homes seem decently upkept. There's even, like, a decent amount of, like, silver weaponry. But, like, they don't use silver for the whole thing. They just use it for, like, the weapon part. And he was like, huh, weird. Why are they working with so much silver? And then they get attacked by a bunch of weird wolves. And Hiccup's weapons just aren't fucking working on them. And he and Toothless are getting outmaneuvered. And then he tries one of the silver arrows, and it, like, burns the thing. And they, you know, use some of the silver weapons they found to, like, deal with them and get away and fly off. And they just are like, huh, that was fucking weird. And I love it because Hiccup doesn't have someone sitting behind him explaining, oh, this is a werewolf, Hiccup. You shouldn't have come to this village. We used to have a small werewolf problem, but they've all been turned. You can just kind of intuit what happened to this place, right? Like, the fact that they were working with silver weaponry implies they either are a village of werewolves who need silver weaponry because it's the only thing that'll hurt them. So, like, if a guy goes rogue, you gotta put him down, that kind of thing. Or, other option, they were normal people who got absorbed into a werewolf pack, and they were trying to stave them off, but they failed, and so that's why they had a bunch of silver weapons, because they still had them from back when they were trying to stop it. You can intuit, like, a whole backstory for this place. And it's a well-thought-out place, and it's one of many areas that they visit. They do a lot of different things. They go to large cities. Miklagard is, like, a big target for a lot of it. It's a major, like, hub. They... you know, go rob pirate ships, because Hiccup has this thing where I might do odd jobs, but I don't rob honest people. I do a bit of banditry, but only against other bandits. It's just like, it's, you know, it's his moral rule, right? Like, I need to, like, I can't really, like, get enough to survive normally. I have to do a bit of banditry, but I'm only going to do it against other bandits, or against people who are done. There's this whole thing later on where he's chatting with someone. It's like, wait, you stole this? Oh, shoot. Okay, where's oh, shit, where's a save point? Oh, I desperately want a save room, but I don't think there's one around here. There's not a save room around here, is there? Like me some werewolf, though I prefer when it's closer, fanfic is closer to the original lore. What do you mean original lore? Do you mean like they were literally like the spawns of Lycaon or something? Lycaon or something? Or are you talking about the whole only a silver bullet can kill them as opposed to just silver weaponry in general? But no, they have like these mermaids that are very clearly more fey than like Ariel, if that makes sense. You know, the whole, oh, we think you're pretty, we might just keep you. You know, that kind of thing. Oh boy, I don't think there's a save point here. I'm gonna have to just do this on my own. Well. Yep. Oh gods, I hate that I'm gonna do this so far from a save point. I wouldn't say it bends it too much. Honestly, this one is actually pretty direct. It even has like the whole thing where Loki is a Jotun as well as a god. You know? Like, there's a whole thing, because Loki does technically involve it. Although, Loki as a character does not exist. Loki has, like, one of the really interesting things about this is the gods are there, but they are not, like, an active force. They act through intermediaries. I don't think the gods ever directly talk to any of the characters. They act through intermediaries and, like, you know, seconds and commands and stuff, or they're oracles. Very much like Oracle of Delphi style. Oh shit. Oh my god, she does so much damage. Oh no, 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 no. Oh shit, I wasted that. No, no, no. God damn it, I actually button mashed real quick and I screwed up a lot of stuff. I just used a full health potion. When I really shouldn't have. We're just gonna keep blasting her to death. We're keep blasting her to death. Yes! But it does blend a lot of stuff from a lot of different cultures, because one of the big things is Hiccup going on this big journey and actually going out into the world. A lot of it is going out about and exploring. I really like what they did with the Red Death in particular. They turned her into a sort of like Lovecraftian horror. Not like full-on Lovecraftian, she's still like sort of understandable, but to an extent they kind of did that, and it was really nice. Oh look, it's their sister. Family reunion time. She's gonna hesitate, isn't she? She hesitated. You can't hesitate. Come on, don't do that. She's a full-on demon. Oh, she's melting anyway. She didn't need to kill her. Oh, she was too late to avenge her sister's fall. Poster child have more luck than IQ, however that goes.
I can't kill my own sister.
I mean, she's already melting into a puddle of goo. I think she's very dead. Alright. Got it. Level 9 cleared. Perfection. We have done it. But yeah. I will say that the fanfiction is like top notch. I'm not going to do too much more on it because I think explaining it is like, you should just go read it. But that is like kind of the thing, right? It's like there is an overall mission and there is like a big overall journey with him coming home at the end. I will say that. He does eventually go back to Burke. He does eventually like bring peace, sort of, like he does in the movie. But it's very different because, and the one thing that I like about it is it specifically doesn't try and like just give him a generic happy ending. The ending is kind of bittersweet in a lot of ways. And he's like, look, I am not staying. Because he's like, maybe a long time ago. Oh no, I'm not gonna become no. I'm not gonna say anymore because like again, you should read it. You should read it. You're gonna have a rematch. What a rematch it will be.
It's not safe for you to be around me. You should go now.
Rachel.
Uh-oh.
I should kill you now for the pain you've inflicted on Alma. But instead, I shall use you to make her even stronger.
Ryu, you left just as you're like the guy you were aiming after.
The acid blood of a twin sister that shall serve to awaken Alma. It's a shame. Such a fine
Specimen has to go to waste.
You might have become
more powerful than Alma.
but no longer.
It's clearly not working. You should have run. Like, the moment he shrugged off a blow to his head, I'm sorry, you just run. Like, you don't keep fighting him after that. You just don't. Also, I love how Ryu left, and then the villain he's after, the guy who's literally chasing, shows up right, like, literally a minute after he left. Actually, I'm amazed that a ninja like Ryu... Wait, how did Ryu not hear that? Isn't he like a ninja? Didn't he like train his senses to absolute peak perfection or whatever? Bad guy thought... By the way, I guess bad guy after the first boss fight in the game. Tyron is now under alert. You are completely surrounded. The situation is grave, but you should be able to disrupt the military's organization by attacking the radio control tower next to the military supply base. To reach the supply base, you must first cross the drawbridge. This is where your path shall lead you. Yeah, I get that. I'm going to go ahead and save and do some stocking up before I try this area. So we're going to go save here. We're going to see. Nope, he doesn't have any supplies on him. We will go ahead and look at the store. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I have found more scarabs. Yes. Spirit of the Devil. Cool. Okay. That's good. We're going to grab a... none there. Let's see. Can I upgrade? I feel like I want to save up for the wooden sword, so I probably shouldn't be spending too much. I will grab a single additional healing potion just to have it. But... Oh, let's see. Is there anything else here? Do you have anything new? No. Okay, so we're going to go... We're going to go now. Alright. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. But yeah, there are some other fanfics. Actually, weirdly enough, How to Train Your Dragon has some legitimately good ones. Although the thing I have a problem with fanfiction is there are a lot of the best fanfics I've ever read are incomplete. I'm not even joking about that. They actually are. It's annoying. Some of them are actually still being worked on, so I have hope they will eventually be worked on, but wooden sword is likely a utility weapon. I mean, I thought it was basically a joke weapon until it becomes the best weapon in the game. That's like a trope in video games. Alright. And get wrecked. Try to switch around stuff with weapons more. I mean, I have been playing around with a few different ones. You know, I used the staff for a bit. I've used the dragon sword regularly. I've used dragon's claw for like a whole level. I might try lunar again. Vigorian flare. I haven't tried the dragon sword since I got the full upgrade for it. So I'll try that again for a bit. Its leaping slunge is just like really solid. Oh my. Alright, let's try lunar. See, it's incapable of cutting attacks is the problem. Like, it doesn't even have the guillotine throw or anything. It just, like, kind of doesn't have much right now. Cicada slash. See, it just... Air destruction slash while jumping forward. Let's try it, I guess. So, let's see. Has it gotten better since I upgraded to level 4? Oh. Wow, I'm getting really bad at this. This is not probably the time to be testing stuff out, honestly. I mean, it does actually still do damage. So, like, it can do it. Dragon Claw? Okay, I'll try Dragon Claw. Alright. Blocked and cannot be unlocked from this side. Alright, we can try the Dragon's Claw too. Oh! I see the gold trickle of a scarab. Perfect. I'm gonna save over this one instead. So I want to keep like an older save file kind of in the air. Try this air combo whenever you can. It's gonna be amazing. What's the air combo? What's like specifically air combo? Like just like light attack air combo or? Get this chest. Mine. More healing potions, always nice. Alright, where are these guys? Wow. Oh, I'm guessing this is blocking my way. I can't get in that way. Okay. Start from the ground. Light, light, heavy, light. Okay. Alright, I'm guessing I have to actually hit somebody with it in order to get the combo started, because it doesn't... Ooh! Wow, my camera barely caught that one. I actually barely caught... I'm gonna be honest, I only caught that because I caught the shining of the gold out of the corner of my eye. Alright, so I've got to find the radio tower. Drawbridge Hill. Okay, this is where we need to go. Oh, frick! Oh, boy. There are explosives raining down on me. Arrows stuck to him, still be useful. No more can be carried, though. Okay, pull the lever, pull the lever, pull the lever. Just keep him going with lights once airborne. It must be before enemies, okay. See, I get that there are some combos you just need enemies to do. I get the logic behind it, but a part of me really wishes it was possible to practice them without having to have enemies there. I don't know. It's a little mini frustration I have sometimes with games. Ooh, that is kind of nice. That is a really good finishing combo. Very effective. And my health is back up, baby. Yes. Okay, I see a save point down there. Oh, I can actually get to that save point from here. Cool. Pull the lever, Kronk. I'm actually going to go save first before I pull the lever, because I'm a smart person who wants to not have to go redo that whole area. Pull the lever, Kronk. You can do swallow in successions. Nicely can be parried with standard shurikens. Ooh, boy. Isn't that nice? Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's go find the lever and pull it. Where is the lever? Oh, are we talking about that lever, maybe? Never can stop. Simply airborne. Never stop once airborne. Simply continue. Alright. These aren't faster than the Dragon Sword. They're a little bit different. They handle a little bit weirdly. I can't really describe it. The Dragon Sword feels like more stable. Like, I'm not going to go off on like random combos. Each move feels more deliberate. Whereas these feel like I just want to like rip and tear. Full on Doom Guy style. Also, the bombing campaign is very rude. Very rude of them. Can you bombing a city while people are in it? Then again, empires rarely tend to care about the civilian population, which is weird. Because their civilian population is kind of what, like, makes them work. Honestly, Palpatine really only started having a real problem with the rebellion once he started fucking with the civilians. There's actually a whole thing with that in, like, Star Wars Rebels, where, like, one of the things I think Rebels did pretty well was actually showing why the average person just, like, look, it's one political government or the other. We didn't really give a shit. Like, because they weren't, the Republic wasn't perfect before. It was already kind of falling under its own idiocy. Although it was definitely better than Palpatine's army in a lot of ways. It just doesn't, you know, it doesn't affect a lot of people. So they're like, look, my life is basically the same as the Empire versus the Republic. They're going to charge me taxes. Unless I'm Alderaan, I don't really give a shit. But, like, once it starts affecting them, they start rising up. That's all, like, a whole thing on Rebels, where they, like, have this one world they start on. And most people there don't really want to get involved for the most part at first, because, you know, why would they? It's just the Empire. It's just the government doing their shit again. I don't know, I think Star Wars kind of, like, has gotten better at showing, like, that kind of stuff. Oh, look, I found Nunchaku. Hello, Nunchaku. I thought I had found these already. I could have... Maybe I didn't pick them up again. Maybe I died after picking them up and didn't pick them up again. Try the combo with the 4th time press heavy instead. With Nunchaku, I can't help you. You didn't use them, did you? For all your talk about using a variety of weapons, you didn't use the Nunchaku. Alright, can't open it from this side. Okay. Keep it going, keep it going. Let's see, where else can we go? I think that's kind of like a way forward, but I want to try and find any secrets. Because my walkthrough is frozen in place, basically. Oof. I have to use that. I don't want to die here. Alright, the flying leap attack is still just OP as fuck. It's still just such a good closer. Like, legitimately, there's... Oh, the skull key. Hey, you know the way. Now go experiment with them. Alright. What am I supposed to do here? Oh. I'm supposed to do it again. I think. Ah. These movement controls really are a bit finicky. I get that it's an older game, though, so I don't really hold that against it as much. I'm going to check the shop before I continue up this way, actually. Oh, Golden Beetle. Or Golden Scarab. Yes, I brought you another Scarab. We're still short on that. I'm going to take another Spiritual Life. Just to have some, like, more redundancy here. I actually need to, use the Spirit of, what is it? Life of the Gods and Life of the Thousand Gods to increase my health. And I also need, and the Spirit of the Devils to increase my key limit. I forgot to do that. So, increase that. There we go. There we go. Now I'm looking a bit more endgame-ish. Aha! Alright. You know, it is, I've always had a little bit of an issue, though, with games like this. And I will explain what I mean by now. Looks like it's meant to hold a bow. Perhaps someone removed it. So, the idea I have is that there are some games where movement is more natural, and others where movement goes into, like, scripted modes. And this is definitely one of the games where movement tends to go into more, like, scripted modes. For example, Hollow Knight doesn't really, like, snap you to people. You just kind of, like... Alright, what am I looking for? What am I looking for here? I'm trying to figure out, like, where I'm supposed to aim. Like, I'm clearly supposed to, like, aim out of the window or something. Sorrel's Tower is visible from here, but the window is blocked by an armored shutter. Am I supposed to, like... Maybe I'm supposed to, like, destroy these somehow? You should just go there. Okay, alright. I was gonna be clever and try and use my bow, but okay. Do it the boring way. Can't even do this fun way. Boo. Probably gonna die. Let's be real. Oh my god! Why did you say that? You are an ass! This is evil! Evil! Why would you send me here? Holy shit! Freaking, there's so many ranged enemies! No! Stop it! Well, the fireball attack also didn't do anything either. Damn it. Oh my gosh, there's guys in there. I could have shot those guys. Mean. Ugh. Okay. We did it. Oh, the shutters are open now. The shutters are open. Is there a ninja body around here with like a lot of arrows? Or something? Guillotine throw. Contains the technique guillotine throw. I'm out of arrows. Oh, there's an ninja with arrows. I see him, I see him, I see him. Yes! Arrows are mine. Ow. Where am I being shot at from? I hate that his rockets seem to not, like, have to obey, like, aiming, rules on aiming that I have to. Okay. Put your movement to work, dummy. I did. The strongbow. Alright, let's check out the bow. Oh, it's just like, okay, I respect that. Just flat out upgrade my bow, baby. Don't make me keep the old bow. Why even bother keeping the old bow? Boss fight or no? No, I think there is. Yeah, I think that's a boss fight, unfortunately. Holy shit. That's a big boy. Oh boy. Oh wow, look at that first try. First try. I think that is the first time I've killed a boss on the first try. Aside from the zombie dragon, but even then I died immediately to a jump, I think. So I had to redo the fight. So like I think this is the first, oh my gosh, I gotta save. If I can save, this will be the first time I've beaten a boss fight in this game without dying, and then immediately got into, like, actually save my progress. Oh my god, this is, like, insane. Also, I did this in, like, basically one try. I don't think I died here. I'm a lesser ninja. Of course I'm a lesser ninja. This is, like, the best I've done. I don't understand this grading system, quite frankly. This is, like, the best I've done, and they called me lesser ninja. Vigor Army is after the Renegade Element Ryu. Military radio tower is the key to the Army's organization. Okay, save, 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 save. First try, baby. First frickin' try. That's right. First try. I did it. I did it. Uh-huh. Yes. I am growing. Growing more skilled. More in tune. Even the finest boss won't save general rating. You gotta admit, I owned him. I wrecked that boss. I didn't even have all my, like, Fire Blast. I used 2 Fire Blasts, and then I was like, I can kill him without this, actually. Oh, that's a... Okay, I can't even be mad about that, because that's actually kind of like a crazy animation. Alright. I think I'll try and get to the next save point, because I actually am on a good streak right now, and I'm kind of getting past the point where I need to die a dozen times to progress. So... Alright, got him. Once I got the Gatling gunners, we're good. Oh! Warehouse key. Got it. Haha! Yes! Yes! Uh-oh. Nope. Not yes. Woohoo! Oh yeah! I am doing actually well. Try the combo. 3 lights in the air and then a heavy. I think I did it. That spinning end, right? Where like I do all like the spinning attack. I think I did that, right? That was the combo, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, I get explosive. Wait, I have explosive arrows now? Oh, yes. Davis wants some. Ramble wants some of these babies. Can I blow up these with this? Nah, it's supposed to be an Izuna drop. Okay. Okay. I feel like this is like a stealth mission now all of a sudden. What's that over there? Is this something I should blow up? Do I need to like blow that thing up or something? We'll check it later. Works with Dragon Sword too. Oh, nice to know, nice to know. Okay. I do like that all the weapons kind of have like their own vibe. Like they all seem like the kind of things you could theoretically beat all the levels with, but they do also like work well in different situations or against certain enemies. In a way that's not obnoxious, like using the wrong thing doesn't feel like it's impossible. But it's definitely, you can definitely feel when you're using the right thing on stuff. Like once you figure out their weakness with it, you can feel it. Damn it, the drones are everywhere. Told you, every weapon is great on her here and has its own, ooh. Alright, let's try, a regular strongbow now. Oh, I'm out of arrows in that one. Windmill Shuriken. Oh, I didn't even use the explosive arrows with these guys. They died to my windmill. I shouldn't even been using the explosives because they just died to the windmill instantly. I guess this lets me snipe, but like, wasn't really needed. Okay, I'm trying to jump over these beams, but I keep freaking jumping over the platform. Because it keeps... See, this is the targeting thing where it targets on the enemies even when you don't want it to. I like the Dark Souls method where you can turn targeting on and off. And it doesn't automatically target you. Like, yeah, it's like, I'd like to target it to throw and then untarget it for, like, movement. Thank you very much. Especially when I'm dealing with aerial enemies. Pain in the ass. Well, I seem to have dealt with them all, fortunately. So there we go. Also, there is a refill on explosive arrows, so I guess I didn't really need to not use the explosive arrows. Cool. Oh, no, wait, this is a completely different type of arrow. Okay. Wow, they're just, like, giving me a bunch of new arrows. What are these? Like, heavy-duty arrows? Oh, wow. Oh, these are, like, armor-piercing rounds, essentially, but for, like, bow. I'm not going to try and figure out what that acronym is for. I love how there's a button to, like, pressing the L3 button just brings up your karma number. Like you were gonna ever wanted, like you ever need to check that, really. You're on your own from that point. Yeah, you did warn me. Wait, so have you not gotten this far, or has it just been like a long time since you've like finished the game and you mostly remember the early levels? Ryu's on a mission. I really feel like I should have kept some of those explosive arrows. Like, I feel like I'm going to regret not going back out for some. But I also feel like this game leaps around a decent amount. Did not need to go that far. I try to catch up for a stream. No, it's fine. Having a bit of unpredictability is actually great. You're not responsible for that. It's been nice having it. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm not going to become reliant on it. Like, I needed it mostly earlier on when I was, like, still very confused. And every once in a while, it is nice to have some, like, oh, yeah, you can do this. But you don't need to, like, look at guides. Dude, I'm cool. Oh, cool. Still gonna try and catch up. Is it so you can remember how you did stuff and berate me for not doing it that way? Because that is fun. It's nice back and forth. I really do want to find a save point, though, because I really need to go soon. I am tired and weary. Alright, elixir of spiritual life. Hopefully there's a save point up ahead and we can go ahead and save. Just gonna walk in here like a badass. So, shutter control key card, map of the military supply base. Got it. Do you have anything over here? I'm gonna turn off the thing with limited ammo while I'm in a room constantly trying to interact with stuff. Alright, I think I got everything I needed. The shutter control card. Yeah, we're gonna head back outside, and then I guess I can go back around to the, I probably just go back around at that point. I'm gonna check out some of the boxes, though, I saw on the ground, because I want to go make sure I'm not missing anything. There's another lever over here. We'll figure it out. We'll find a good safe spot soon. Find one soon. Oh, Life of the Gods. So these are just, like, ammo crates, but for, like, weird mystic gems and potions. You know, I find it really funny that, like, you know when you have, like, really thematic healing and, like, mana items and stuff like that, and then you go into an area that's, like, the complete opposite of that, and they have them in the exact same style because they didn't want to have, like, multiple items that all did the same thing, right? It feels weird. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like when you find, like, the mystic potion with the freaking, like, spirit tag on it and everything, and it's in the foreign nation, modern-esque military base. Like, they very much have, like, a German thing going on there. Like, imagine finding, like a Tory gate in the middle of, like, Germany. You know? Like, you're just, like, going around Germany during World War II, and suddenly there's a Japanese Tory gate. Just in the middle of nowhere. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, we just have those here. They just pop up. I mean, it's more common nowadays with globalization and everything, but Ryu's homeland is kind of, like, a bit isolationist, it looks like. And the Empire is, not exactly friendly with anyone, given the way that Ryu had to sneak into it. Plus, they're run by demons, so there's also that. Probably don't have a lot of allies when you're run by literal demons. Most people tend to not be on board with being run or controlled by demons, weirdly. I think you may have missed the Ice Nympho. Oh, I did? Damn. Before I can get until next Thursday. I feel like I've been making decent progress, though, which has actually been really fun. Because earlier on, I was getting stuck, you know, doing like one chapter an evening. But this one I've actually been making more regular progress. I'm still not like doing like a ton of chapters per, but I've what, done like 2.5 this one? Like 2.5-ish, I'd probably say. 2.5-ish. 2.5-ish. Oh. Me. Of course there's a tank boss fight. Okay, so we're gonna just do another one of these. And then we're gonna go ahead and pull up my bow, which I'm just realizing still has explosive arrows that I really should be using. Oh, I don't have any of those left, because I wasted them all, like an idiot. But I can do these. Pentex watches. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There's another one. All right. Oof. Alright, get some. We're gonna put the explosive arrows. I wonder if these do more damage or not. Oh, frick. And boom. Got it. Anyways, I started info blasting. You're telling me not to take shortcuts, and you're like, yeah, I just use the magic to blast through everything. To be fair, it is a very effective way of dealing with the bosses, I gotta say. Oh. Alright, we're gonna grab this. Come on, where is that next save point? It's been a while, too. Like, when you're thinking about like, the enemies I fought, it's been a bit since we've seen a save point. A little weird how long it's been. Also, I'm just realizing I probably could have looked back there before I went up here, but I am kind of desperate for some kind of save point. Let's see. Okay, here we are. Here we are. There we go. We got a nice save point here. So what are we playing? Oh, Gaming Beyblade. You're coming in right as we're leaving, unfortunately, my friend. We are literally just about to leave for the night. We were playing Ninja Gaiden, the torture game, where you die to unfair, brutal bullshit, and you figure out how to out-brutal bullshit the game's brutal bullshit with your own brutal bullshit. Unfortunately, I've just blown up 2 tanks, and it's late, so we're gonna go head off for the night. Thank you for stopping by at the very end, though. Yeah, but on what platform? So this is on Steam. I got the Ninja Gaiden Sigma, like, pack, essentially. It's, I think, a port of a PlayStation game from a while back, like PlayStation, like, 2 or 3. So, yeah. But yeah, it's on Steam. See? I can pull up Steam. It runs pretty well, I gotta say. That's cool. Nice, so nice. Thank you for stopping by, even if you only got it here at the very end. It's always nice to see more people. But yeah, I will see you guys all next time when we'll be continuing our Mouse PI playthrough. Bye.